It doesn't matter who you were, only what you will become.
When gamers consider the fact that Destiny is one of the most successful new IPs in the history of video gaming, it's understandable that hype is at an all-time high for Destiny 2. Right now, virtually nothing is known about the game, but that hasn't stopped us and Destiny fans from speculating about what the game might include. Common items on many Destiny 2 wish lists probably consist of bigger open worlds to explore, new enemy races to battle, new classes to use, and as is often requested, a more fleshed out story. All of those would be welcome improvements to Destiny as we know it today, but keep watching to find out the top 5 things we want to see in Destiny 2's PvE. Number 5. Abandon Last Gen.
All actions have consequences.
The 7th generation of gaming started 11 years ago, and it's time to let it rest. Even though the first Destiny debuted on PS3 and Xbox 360 at the same time as its PS4 and Xbox One counterparts, Bungie having to compensate for the limitations of last generation hardware held Destiny back from reaching its full potential. On current gen only, Destiny 2 could boast greatly improved visuals, possibly even 1080p 60 frames per second. Of course, those that have played the first Destiny on last generation systems shouldn't have to start from scratch in Destiny 2. We already know that Destiny 2 will support character transferring from the first game, and that should also allow players to bring their last generation Guardians to new generation hardware as well. It's not so much about abandoning the platform as it is moving the franchise forward. Number 4. Better difficulty scaling.
There are only a few of you who carry the light of the Traveler, who have the strength to fight the darkness.
Anyone who has played Destiny can attest that the game eventually becomes difficult to play solo. Although the game does have some version of difficulty scaling, it is far from ideal, and those that play solo or with fire teams that have less than the recommended number of players for Destiny's endgame content feel consistently outmatched. To better accommodate a wider range of gamers, Destiny 2 should implement difficulty scaling that makes, at the very least, the story content approachable for less experienced players. We don't expect things like the raids or nightfall strikes to change, just a way for the casual folks to see as much of Destiny as they can. Number 3. Flexible leveling system.
There are enemies out here you would not believe, but they've never seen anything like you.
Since the game launched, one of the most common criticisms levied at the original Destiny has been its needlessly confusing leveling system. The Taken King fixed some of Destiny's leveling problems, but players still need to collect gear with high light levels in order to improve their Guardian stats beyond the level cap. It wouldn't be so bad, except higher light levels are required to succeed in some of the more difficult endgame content. To that end, Destiny currently relies too heavily on luck when doling out rewards to players, which includes light-infused gear. For example, one player could pull all the weight on the team in a strike mission, yet receive a significantly less valuable piece of gear than someone who barely participated in the proceedings. If nothing else, we hope that Bungie considers tweaking this system for Destiny 2, perhaps by rewarding players based on their performance rather than luck of the draw. Number 2. More lore-focused quests and events.
It was supposed to be the end.
Like we said earlier, Destiny 2 will need a more engaging story if Bungie wants to address one of the most common complaints people have about the game. This can be accomplished through cutscenes in the main story missions, but also through special events, like Black Spindle Day, that work to further expand the in-game universe. As it stands, too much of Destiny's lore is hidden away in the Grimoire cards. We hope that's not the case with Destiny 2. Number 1. Optional raid matchmaking.
I know what you're about to do. It's brave.
One of the biggest draws of Destiny's endgame is its raids, 6-man experiences that include non-traditional gameplay and unique boss battles. Unfortunately, many players are unable to experience the raids without having to consult an outside site to group up, and even then, not everyone is willing to submit to the randomness of an LFG. While better difficulty scaling could go a long way in fixing this problem, another way it can be done is through optional raid matchmaking. If Destiny 2 were to use optional raid matchmaking, it would allow those who don't have a regular group to experience the raids, provided they don't mind matching up with randoms. Bungie has been stubborn about adding raid matchmaking to the original Destiny, saying that the endgame is tailored to a pre-made team, but including it in Destiny 2 could appease many fans that feel left out. The aforementioned suggestions could give Destiny 2's PvE content a chance at being significantly better than what's currently available in the original Destiny. They could also help Bungie silence Destiny's naysayers and create a more satisfying gameplay experience in general. We still have a long wait before Destiny 2 arrives, but hopefully when it does, it will be full of these improvements.
We've always known the darkness would return to finish what it started.
Be sure to click the subscribe button and check back for new original Game Rant video content every week. Thanks for watching!